Welcome to RavenKast, episode 14, recorded on February 1st, 2013.
Everybody online, looking good.
Podcast on the Guild Wars 2 experiences, opinions, and observations by the guild members of Ravenkin. This is RavenKast.
Well, let's start the insanity.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello?
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
Did you know that our podcast is being linked to via the weekly update on guildmag.com?
Is that good?
Yeah. A lot of community sites and podcasts, they have like a weekly update of like everything that happened. And they just kind of like compile it all and then send out the links. And like even the Guild Wars 2 Twitter will link to the weekly update.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, so...
good.
Very tasty.
Oh, red snapper.
I don't know what that is. But
You don't?
She does. She's never really seen it all the way through.
what?
UHF.
I have that. I will bring that.
I've watched
Watch
it.
that.
I've watched parts of it.
Apparently not. If you didn't know.
She's watched a couple like here and there parts.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
I
Watch some
quote
parts
that
of
movie
it.
front to back. God damn.
About a pathetic roadrunner.
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
I know that part.
It's a little overdue. Oh God, what's the whole tagline? Lesbian Nazi hookers.
Yeah.
Forced to. I can't remember it all.
Forced into hard labor. I can't remember what the whole line was.
I thought you just said you could quote it front to back.
Shut up.
Just said.
On the
That's a
next
rough
town
line.
talk.
Turtles are nature's suction cups.
What are you gonna do? Go watch Here Comes the Boom?
Here comes the boom.
I have an email from Sony saying that's out on video.
What the hell is Here Comes the Boom?
That's that stupid movie with Kevin Smith where he's like a teacher and goes into MMA fighting.
I've never even heard about that.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid.
That sounds really fucking horrible.
No, it's got Kevin James. It's got to be hilarious.
I thought you just said Kevin Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin James.
That's way different and
oh my
still
God.
way stupid.
Different. I would actually watch the movie of Kevin Smith winning MMA fighting.
Well, here's the thing: is like you said Kevin Smith, and I was like, "Wow, that sounds horrible." And you said Kevin James, and it still sounds horrible, but it's understandable that he would do that.
Yeah. Fat Kevin's.
Fat.
Oh, don't make fun of Kevin Smith.
I thought she was gonna say, "Don't make fun of fat people."
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's another Ravencast, and on the show today we have Jabberant,
Good evening.
and we have Slurms,
Quite.
and I'm Zelly. What you been doing this week, Jabberant?
No. Fuck
What?
that guy. What you been doing this week, Zelly?
Oh, we're doing
What
it
are you
that
drinking?
way.
What are you
Oh,
drinking?
my. I have the Coors Light.
Ladies first.
Oh, we have to add them to the call. then?
Yes, find a lady.
Okay.
Put her on the Skype.
Let's see who's on here.
So we have to ask her how we are supposed to treat ladies, because I don't know.
I have no ladies online on my Skype here.
Damn it. We should totally get Heather.
There's a bunch of ladies that usually hang out on Skype on Friday evenings.
Apparently tonight's the night to go out.
But since we can't go out because we have families and such, what are you drinking?
Coors Light, buddy.
All right.
I know. I don't know what happened. I'm taking the Jason role tonight and doing the Coors Light. And this week, I did a naughty thing. I made 2 new characters. So, I had 2 humans. I had a ranger and an engineer. But, yeah, well, they seemed lame. Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem right. Like, I had a lot of humans. At that point, I had 4 humans. And I'm like, So, I was just sitting here, and I yelled to Jason. I go, what should a ranger be? He goes, ranger should be Sylvari. And I'm like, well, what should a engineer be? He goes, yeah, it should be an Asura. I'm like, all right, delete. They are only level 10, and I took off their bags. And
If any of you out there want character advice,
Well, couldn't we just go through the whole gamut right now?
What?
You already know what a ranger and a engineer should be. What should a warrior be?
that could be
Norn or
human Char or Norn.
I would say Char or Norn. I have an Asura, but I like to play the weirdness on that.
What's
Guardian.
an elementalist?
Elementalist is a human.
Ooh.
Or
I
Asura.
don't think Jason's going to agree with that.
Yeah,
It's a human.
Asura.
Nope, it's a human.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a bitch.
Yeah. Mesmer? What's a Mesmer? Amber?
Sylvari.
Sylvari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking human.
Or human. Some of those, I mean, it's not one or the other, but
I think a dude human or a female Sylvari.
Yeah. Or the biggest char in pink and purple armor.
Guardian
Anyway.
is Norn
yeah, Nord.
Yeah. Yeah.
all the time. Can't do anything about it. Cannot be controlled. Thief, Asura. What's that?
Or human.
I have a human one, but I
Yeah.
could totally see the argument.
See, I think I deleted my thief. I think I deleted my thief, but when I re-roll it, I'm going to go Sylvari with it.
I've decided I'm terrible at the thief because all this overpowering of the thief in WWE, I was terrible. Just terrible. I just don't think I learned the mechanics very well. I mean, she's only 25, so probably has something to do with it, but I'm...
Not to keep sidetracking, but that's my biggest problem right now is I want to roll another character, but everything that I want to roll is medium armor. And I want to...
Yeah, and medium
different.
armor sucks.
It does. It really doesn't. It's not
Human chicks
my favorite thing in the world.
Human chicks have some hot options, but only a couple. For the most part, it sucks.
I think humans in general with the medium armor can pull it off better than the others.
I don't know.
Anyways, your week, what have you been doing?
I made a Sylvari ranger, and she's all white with purple leaves on her head. And her name is Zel, Zele. And then I made the Asura engineer, and she's just adorable, like cream colored with bright pink ears and pink eyes. And she's her name's Zelibeli. She's so cute. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of been putzing around with that. Well, I had to recreate them twice, and then I had to keep throwing the bags in the bank, in my vault, and then pulling them back out again. And I didn't have any karma really built up on the other two, so I didn't really care, but I banked everything I had.
Yeah.
And then pulled it out again.
And then put it back in, and then pulled it back out.
Pulled that back out. Bank sex. And tried running my Sylvari around the Wayfarer Foothills, but I didn't make any cool discoveries.
No, well, there's not a ton to be had really right now with the new story stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slurms.
Mm-hmm.
Are you beveraging this evening?
I am Di Serono on the rocks as per the norm.
And what'd you do this week?
Other than playing more of the Ranger, a couple things. One, I did try an Asura. Again.
I was with you one night.
I shouldn't say again for the
in
first
your
time.
moment of insanity.
You should stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. I'm getting sick of you hearing you bitch about them.
What?
Suck.
Well, stop messing with them. We don't want you to play them.
But
Yeah, what made you do? Was it me?
yes, it was you.
I was kind of hounding you a little, I guess.
A little bit.
And his Asura was the cutest, guy Asura one. He very good character creation too, and you probably deleted him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Does not
What?
exist.
Hey, my Sylvari
dead.
Necro still exists, and you were fond of him.
Oh, he is cool looking. Yeah.
He looks pretty rad.
You're a good character creator.
Yeah, it's a talent. It's an art. But no, I tried it again, and I don't know what it is. I really don't. I aside from my just general distaste from their attitude, just the look and moving one around. Because I had this idea. I was thinking about there's a character in League of Legends named Ziggs, who is a very short statured character that throws a lot of bombs. I'm thinking, oh crap, that actually might be cool to have an Asura that's with the bomb kit throwing bombs everywhere. But I just want to, as I'm walking around with, I'm just like, I don't know. I like to have more stature in the game, I guess.
Oh, you could be like Rocket Raccoon and a demolition expert.
I know that sounds cool, but I don't know what it is.
I love the way they move. Like the kind of, I was playing a little bit earlier and just noticed how sometimes when they stop, they kind of have like a little tilt.
They have a little bounce to
Yeah,
them. And,
I dig that. I think that's really cool.
I like when they jump to their little floppy.
Yeah. All this stuff is what he hates.
Yeah.
No, and hearing about it, it sounds right, but then when I'm actually controlling it around, it's not my bag.
I have the same problem with Char. Like if I had that Char and I made her perfect, she looked so pretty, and I don't know, watching her just running her around, like I can't stand it. Like I just can't stand it.
She's standing still. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with the Asura. So imagine that, but me with the Asura. So that's.
But anyway,
other than playing around with that, I did re-roll that engineer as a human. So I might start playing with him a bit, but again, back to I don't know if I really want to do that because it's kind of the same. It's a different mechanically, but it's feels the same. Like I'm going to end up playing it the same as I do with my ranger of kind of holding back a little bit. And
okay. Well, I was going to suggest we all play our new characters after the show, but
we could totally do that.
Well, you just said you didn't want to.
No, I'm not sure what I want to do.
No, back up the tape. Play it. He said it.
I don't know if I don't know.
Hit rewind.
God damn it.
Oh, out of batteries. Never mind. Just go. Keep going.
It's okay. None of this matters.
It doesn't.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll go to Wayfarer Foothills and run around and try and find new things.
Or something.
Anyway, we got a lot to get through. I'll play my Necro. So, is it okay if we move on to Aberrant?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What else have you been doing?
I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay, Aberrant, what is your beverage this evening?
I'm drinking Johnny Walker Red. Dynamite!
Were we allowed to get into that?
Yeah.
I don't want a stupid Coors Light.
Yeah.
I thought that was for specials. Anyway.
Was it already open, or did you just open it?
It's open.
I think I opened it like a week or two ago.
Oh.
Yeah. And how has your week been going? What you been playing?
Engineer. Still playing.
What is your level?
Getting close to 30.
Oh, okay.
Wow, good.
Yeah, so I haven't had a ton of time to play, but unlocked. I'm working towards some of the different kits. I want that elixir kit. There's so many weird things that they can do that I'm really interested to see how they play out in game and how useful they are. But I'm still loving it. I've done probably a mix of WW and PvE, and it is still awesome. I'm still probably going to keep playing that for the foreseeable future.
Cool.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
That's good stuff, I guess.
Guess.
Yeah. All right, well, that was a quick, nice what you've been doing this week, because we've got a lot of stuff on Guild Wars 2 we should actually be talking about.
Yeah.
We got some new dailies. Changes up daily. Daily is the daily goal.
I'm so mad. I was so tired last night. I could not stay up to get one done last night. But other than that, I have been doing the dailies again, and I'm totally liking that it changes. I wish that it would change a little bit more than it does, honestly. Like every day you still have to do like 5 events. Mm-hmm. It's like I kind of like to take a break from having to chase down events.
I think they do that because they want participation, though, in the zone.
Yeah, I get that. But
it's to filter people around to different things, but...
Yeah, and maybe everybody's congregating to one area that I'm not going to, but I've gone around to some and been like, okay, nobody's here. I guess I'll do this event by myself.
I gotta get used to them, I guess, because...
Why?
Well, I did my dailies every day because that's the thing. I would get through my evening of gaming, and usually whatever thing we were doing, I'd look at the clock and generally have like about 20 minutes left, like to where I have to go to bed in about 20 minutes. So I would check my daily and figure out what I had left to accomplish. Because the other stuff I just did accidentally, and I'd wrap it up and go to bed. I haven't completed a daily since.
Really?
Yeah, because in my natural gameplay, I'm not doing, I'm still doing my old pattern of playing whatever I wanted to do, and then in 20 minutes checking and say, okay, what do I have left? Well, in my natural pattern, I'm not doing any of those new things at all. And it's just like, well, I don't have time to get all that done. And I don't ever want to just focus on a daily. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit there and have that be my whole gameplay. I have... people I want to hang out with and do fun things with.
True, so. Yeah. And I think for me, the last few nights, like the one night I did all the the new story content, which we'll talk about in a minute. But then the rest of the nights have been just doing the dailies because that's all I really had time for anyways, and that there wasn't really anything going on, and so it fit my night perfectly.
Yeah.
So
I had a friend,
maybe I'll slip away from them again, but I don't know. We'll find out.
I had a friend join. Jason and Aberrant and I had a friend join the game this week. So one evening I was hanging out, running around with him, showing him around, and we just, I just didn't get time for all of it. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
that makes sense.
The problem is then, dailies before, it always seemed like, well, okay, if you don't get them done, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. But now there's laurels, and it really makes you kind of feel like you have to do them. That's the only way to get laurels. So
yeah.
So now there's a little, not a lot.
There's an
of
incentive.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit more like, well, if I ever want to get anything, I should be getting my dailies done. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe someday I'll get one done.
I'm curious with the laurel system. I'm waiting to see what the the low level rewards so far don't seem worth it at all.
No, it seems like you need to save them up.
You kind of need to save them up, but I'm wondering what the chests of the gear will have. It says that they have 2 items, either rare or exotic, for whatever class you pick. So I'm wondering how good that stuff is.
What about the crafting mat rewards?
Crafting mat rewards, kind of the consensus that I'm getting from everybody else that's been opening it. The tier 6 stuff, it really isn't worth it, even though it's only 1 laurel, so it's only 1 daily. You only get 3 items from the tier 6 one.
But it's only 1 laurel.
Yeah, but
for a cost, I'd
rather just save it for an unidentified dies or something that I know I'm going to get this stuff, Yeah,
I would save it up for something better.
Yeah, people did say the low level ones, if you are actually working on your crafting and you have a low level character, you get a much more greater quantity of things in there. Mm-hmm. So it might be worth it to do that. But then actually somebody had a good idea on Reddit, the spending the, I think it's 2 or 3 laurels to get 3 obsidian shards. It's you spend that, you get that, you can put it on the trading post, you will get X amount of money and you'll be able to buy all those crafting mats. Yeah. So
Well, huh.
But I'm curious to see what the armor is out of the chests. But if that's not worth it, I will most likely just be saving mine up for dyes.
Well, if I ever get a laurel, I'll think about saving it up.
Yeah.
You said something about you did some stuff with the living story this week. I kind of didn't. I kind of was pulling an Aberrant here this week, and I didn't want to read anything.
Was I awake?
I didn't want to read anything about it. I wanted to just go to the area and discover it. Mm-hmm. That was a mistake because I didn't discover anything. So, what is it I'm supposed to know about this living story that I'm not finding when I'm living in the world?
I don't know that you're supposed to know anything. It's still pretty much a mystery as to the cause of things that are happening. What's happening in the Wayfarer foothills and the Desaya plateau.
We'll call it the DP.
The DP. Whoa. I'm going to go to there. Is that there are refugees coming down from the nearby mountain because something happened. There's a lot of steam. If you actually look at the hillside to the mountain, there's these vents of steam that are pouring out. There's some people that are injured. I know, at least in the Wayfarer, I didn't go through the DP. I didn't go through the DP to see how that stuff was. I did all my stuff in the Wayfarer foothills. Being Norn, I kind of was feeling Norny and stayed away.
I like the Wayfarer foothills better.
Yeah, I love that zone. But you can go and help, or you can go and pick up trinkets from these refugees. And then turn them into these collectors along the way. And there's these signposts that you can help build or help repair, I should say, to point refugees towards Holbreck.
Uh-huh.
And so you can kind of just follow this path all the way down and picking up the trinkets, giving them to collectors all the way. But like there was little signs like from some of the, like if you were going down to like get the trinkets, like, or some of the bodies of the dead refugees said stuff like this one has scarring on his face or a burn, or I can't remember what it said, if it said burn, and it is bleeding from the ears. So it kind of like is alluding to, okay, something very, like maybe there was an explosion, something very loud that caused him to bleed from the ears. But some people on Reddit had more of the clues. That was the only one that I saw. But from what I could find, there wasn't much being pieced together as to what the cause was. So we will most likely have to wait a few weeks until the next part of the event to find out what's going on, or at least get our next clue as to what's going on. Because they did say that this event is going to kind of build up through the next few months.
You know what I love about that whole theory?
What?
It's exactly what I always thought an MMO was before I ever played one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like ongoing stories and world changing and things happening. And,
yeah,
that's what I thought I was paying a sub for, but it never ever happened.
Along with that, my hope, and I think some of the speculation from others, is that like stuff that changes could potentially physically change the landscape. I think that's the opportunity that ANET has to do some really serious stuff with the game, and I hope they seize that opportunity, because like what we had back in the Halloween event in the middle of Lion's Arch with the fountain being blown up, that was like a taste of something potentially cool.
Yeah, and that stayed blown up for months. Yeah,
and if they attack that idea on a larger scale and actually have like a zone physically change, it's not like it's something that hasn't been done in an MMO before. But I mean, look at WoW's Cataclysm.
But
that was all at once.
That was done once.
That was done once.
And for an expansion.
I think with ANET, the way that they're attacking it, not with having like these big story, big expansions that are this is the story, you can play through it. That's it. I would like the idea of a persistent MMO that has like every few months something changes. So get it.
Sounds awesome.
I hope. That's the hope.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Jay?
No, I was thinking the same thing that he was saying, that it would be nice to see it kind of more naturally, organically happen instead of the way, Cataclysm was cool. It just, was, I think they did some really brief setup right before, but it would be nice to see a living, breathing actual world that we've always thought about when we thought about MMOs happen.
Yeah, and especially with the way that ANET does their game updates and how almost seamless it is with updating the game. It's not like you have a days of downtime breaking your immersion of the game. I think that's fantastic. I think they could do it.
Absolutely.
Legendary visual effects have changed. If you haven't noticed, then you haven't been to Lion's Arch. Because there are white, rainbowy horses flying all over the damn place as people try out their new Dreamer.
Yeah.
I like the effect, but I mean,
I've seen pictures of the effect. It's pretty dope. So
yeah, but the one day, like every time I went to Lions, like because I was crafting that day, so of course every time I ran by the Mystic Forge to either go to the bank or to the trading post, like the guy just must have stood there all night just shooting the thing off. He was so happy.
Kabloom!
Yeah, check my shit out.
I did watch a video of the new effects for the Moot, which is the mace weapon. That thing looks like a disco ball.
Uh-huh.
The effects on that thing look rad. Now when you pull out your weapon, which the Moot that is, you get this like glistening sheen around your character that almost looks like you are like the disco ball or whatever, and like wherever you step on the ground, it looks like there's like this white or like illuminated square like wherever you just stepped, and it totally reminded me of that one Michael Jackson video from back in the...
Oh yeah, Billie Jean.
Yeah, Billie Jean, thank you. Totally reminded me of that. I was like, that's pretty dope. So
that's pretty cool. So I'm dumb and I do not keep my heart emails, and I have learned this week that I am dumb. You were supposed to be keeping those all.
I wouldn't worry about that because I've never deleted any of my heart emails.
Yeah.
But somehow they all got deleted anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was reading that same Reddit thread about somebody going back through their heart emails, and because ArenaNet had redone some of the rewards, for them, that they were getting more money. More
exp, I heard.
Huh?
Wasn't it more exp?
Oh, it might have been. I may have misread what the reward was, but
maybe I did. Maybe I'm sorry.
But
one of us was wrong.
Maybe you're both dumb.
Yeah. Wait, wrong.
Hey, settle down. You're both idiots.
Well, I went back and I went into the game and opened up my mail. There was barely anything in. Most of my heart mails were gone. So I don't know if ArenaNet automatically deletes them after so long or what. But
I always just figure I want to keep my mailbox queue clean, so I
delete my letters from people.
No, I delete everything.
Oh,
I keep my mailbox clean.
That shit clean. Yeah, so if you still for some reason have a backlog of your mails, you might want to go check them out because there may be some rewards.
But there might not be.
But there may be nothing.
Like we don't know anything about
Get your hopes up.
Or maybe they reduce the rewards.
You have to pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to ask.
You're going to open up a bill.
What is this about the Karma jewelry boxes? I heard you... Okay, because I heard you and Deadman and a few other people in the guild going on and on with this, and I had no idea what you're talking about at all, and I just didn't care to ask.
Okay. One of the items that was added within the patch, all of the... I don't know if it's all of the spots in Ore, but a lot of the merchants in Ore now offer this. It was a Karma jewelry. It was a jewelry box. I think it was just called an Orion jewelry box, if I remember correctly. That you paid Karma for. I think it was like $45.50 was the cost on it, and I happen to have a whole bunch of Karma jugs still sitting in the bank. So as this was launched and everybody was trying to figure out what this was, we dropped a guild flag and we upped, I ate the Karma food and all the ice cream or whatever, and I drank all my jugs and then had 200,000, or not 200, but 150,000 Karma. So I spent one big go and bought a crap ton of the jewelry boxes, and then Dead Man was another one that did it, and I think a couple other people came by and started opening them up as well. And we just sat there and opened them. You can get crafting mats. You have a chance to get a mini pet, some other various doodads, and then you could get this junk. It's basically a junk drop to sell back to the vendor so you can get some money back. So out of 150,000 Karma, I had 8 obsidian shards drop, 1 charged lodestone, one of the mini pets, the risen priest of Balthazar pet, which is the only one available. A few other things, and then I got 40 silvers worth of the junk drop. So it's something that if you wanted to save your Karma for something specific, like if you're doing it for legendary stuff, save your Karma. But if you're the type of person like me, I'm probably not really going to go after a legendary because I don't have that kind of time. It's a good way to get some extra income, get some crafting mats, and I got the little pet, so that's cool.
The only way I would ever go for a legendary is if I accidentally got the precursor.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not going to go for it unless I get the precursor first. So I've just, there's so many nightmarish stories out there of people who are they're 75% done with the legendary, but they don't have the precursor yet.
Yeah.
And it's I'm
crazy.
not
I'm not, this is not anywhere similar, but the bow that I've been saving up for, I pretty much have everything that I need other than the ancient bones for it, which I could just buy anytime I want.
Oh, I was going to say, I have a couple I could give you.
And I need the drop from the fractal, so I'm basically just, I need to do more fractal runs so I can get the drop. That's what I need. So. But I understand from that perspective, and that's from a person that doesn't have a ton of time to put into the game. And I know there's people that are out there that are putting crap tons of time into the game trying to get their legendary stuff, especially the precursor, and I feel bad for those people.
Yeah.
So.
So what?
So that's it.
Oh, okay.
Karma jewelry boxes.
Good stuff.
Live it?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds,
It sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a way to get some money for your karma.
Yeah. Useful.
Mhm.
That orange star in the upper right corner of your screen,
It's already gone.
don't worry about it. You may have saw it last week.
You didn't see nothing.
You didn't see nothing. It wasn't
There
there.
was no orange star.
Go home. There's nothing to see here.
Just lick your thumb and rub it off the screen. It's gone.
Yeah, you had salsa on your screen. That's all. Don't worry about it.
You know how you get with the salsa.
It's all gone. It's fine. Mandatory password changes are coming.
Hot.
Yeah. So you have to do that. It's mandatory.
What do they say? February 11th? 4th? It's in a week or two.
I'm reading. I didn't read it.
Sometime in the near future.
Apparently, starting on February 7th, they're going to require you to change your password if you're one of the people whose passwords were chosen before the introduction of blacklisting. Blacklisting is what they've been doing to protect newly created accounts. So
That'll be me, yeah.
yeah, apparently they've been asking people to change their password.
There's
or
been a
encouraging
thing
you.
on the login for a while. It might not be for everybody, but mine has had a little red prompt for maybe a month or two saying, we recommend you change your password.
You know, I have auto login, so I don't even look at it. I have no
Right,
idea.
me too.
No, I auto log in. It still says it.
I just don't read it.
Just clicks that button and kind of looks away.
I need to get in this game.
I don't know. I don't even look at it.
Just figure it's them trying to sell or something.
Yeah, it's probably just like, buy this now. Blah, blah, blah. Upgrade here. Da, da, da. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, if you have a password that you chose before September 12th, which I totally did, you're going to need a new password. So I guess it's probably there. I just didn't know. I didn't care. Well, that's a pain. I wonder what my password is. I auto log in everywhere. Hope we don't need to know it, because that would be bad. February monthly achievements are out, and these seem actually like something I can handle doing. There's 5 dungeons. You have to do 100 events, 500 salvages. I could probably get 500 salvages done today. And then the dailies, I'm not sure how many, but they are going to require you to complete the daily. So that part there might screw me, depending on how many they require me to do. So, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do your salvages on some characters that have some leveling to do.
There you
Might
go.
as well. And get yourself some experience while you're doing it. And that's cool. This might be the first monthly I get done. I'm lazy about those.
Not me. Not even going to be close.
I think my hardest one's probably going to be the dungeons.
5 dungeons?
Yeah, I've still, like, to this day,
That's
only run 2
do
dungeons.
fractals count, do you think?
I don't know if that's a good question. I doubt it, because fractals are like
they had
the
a
last
fractal
one.
requirement. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I don't think it's going to be the same thing.
All right. Well, we have a lot of server stuff because of all of the craziness that happened this week. And
you know what?
what?
Would you like the current WVW rankings for our server?
Well, first, last week, it was Stormbluff Isle, Tarnished Coast, and Sanctum of Overall.
Yep.
We came out on first, on top by an insane amount, but that's, there's a whole situation there that kind of tainted that up. But what is current week matchup?
We are with Jade Quarry and Sea of Sorrows.
Jade.
We are in the first.
Blackgate got moved down.
Yep, we are in first tier now.
Well, I'll be. It's
You sound really excited about
well
that.
because
Let's see what happens.
it comes after the WW rating resets all happening. That's like this week. It's not resets. Next week, right? This week's kind of a mess, and it's a big mess. They have to do this ratings reset because it's all related. They put the WW transfer cost in, which is by population, And so the deadline for that, for charging for transfers, created a panic transfer. I'm calling it a panic transfer, where a lot of guilds, especially WWE guilds, kind of, I don't know, bonded together and decided which servers they were going to go to. Yeah. And in mass, in such a mass that, the entire game is going to reset all of the server ratings because of it. So
a mess.
Yeah, so everything's a mess. So that's why it's kind of a bittersweet thing that we got to first, because apparently we had Sanctum of Raw is one of the servers that had a ton of people come to it, and welcome. I for one welcome our new overlords, I guess.
Overlords.
Yeah. And, there's quite a few other servers now that their rankings are going to be changed because entire populations and, the communities have completely changed on so many servers that it's basically like starting over. So it was really great of Guild Wars 2 to recognize that and reset everything.
It'll be interesting to see how that gets handled. Like, are they going to kind of leave everybody? I mean, I don't know how they place people if they're going to reset the ranks. Are they going to be like for the first week, or is everybody going to be right where they were until they get new numbers?
That link says so.
When I read it, I couldn't understand what it meant, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just...
Well, it said that, everything's resetting now, and it said something like things are going to reset...
No, they're not resetting now. They're letting the current matchup play out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but it's resetting today... But I thought they said they're going to...
No, these are the final ratings and rankings. This is the final one. And the new ordering will determine the groupings for the next matchup as usual. And then after the new matchup is started on February 1st, so that's today, then they'll reset all the ratings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So basically everyone starts at 0. Like, this is like a clean slate now. There's nothing... It's a mess. Thank you.
Maybe it'll be good for some of the servers that were getting beat up. Maybe they'll feel rejuvenated or something.
But it's because of all these crazy transfers that happened at the last minute. Like that entire communities have just changed, and it's like, I don't know, but whatever.
Live it. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. It's hard to know what to think.
Yeah, yep. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see.
It'll be good.
Okay. Well, I feel really bad for communities and people who have really lived out there in WW and, have stuck with their server through thick and thin and have built their way up from a low rank to a higher rank and almost, to get to those top tiers. And then, all these other people decide to just...
How y'all doing?
Yeah, go all over the frickin' maps, and then it's like, oh, okay, thank you. We just worked our asses off to get all this done, but you guys went and did whatever you wanted. Great, now everything's reset. Great, thanks a whole bunch. I don't know. Obviously, the mass majority of people in this game did that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this issue. So
it sounds like everyone and their mom jumped servers 4 times.
I guess, I am one of the people who just doesn't understand the mentality, and I just need to get over it and put on my big girl pants and shut up, right?
Put on your granny panties.
I don't understand how you know what community you went to when everyone else was switching too. You know what I mean? Like, the reputation of the servers you went to is all jumbled up too because they were transferring all over as well. I don't know. I assume there was some massive coordination by massive WW guilds of transfers.
Yeah, I bet. It wasn't just coincidence. I'm sure there were lots of coordinated efforts. I don't know. That's messed up. I don't know. I maybe I feel bad because we've been through a lot of games together, the 3 of us, and we typically maybe aren't really happy with the server we picked right away. And this game was a little bit different, so maybe we're unique.
But anyway, world transfer costs going forward. Apparently, you found some information on that, Slurms. Do you want to do it?
Yes, somebody had posted the cost that they found. When they queried it to get the cost to go to different I keep saying realms. Servers, they couldn't find any low population servers to go to. Medium said it cost 500 gems. High population was 1,000 gems, and a very high population was 1,800 gems. And there was some full that didn't allow them to transfer, and they will not allow you to transfer to a quote unquote full. The thing that was weird that people were pulling from that was that it seemed that because this person checked at an odd hour, they may have been getting rates based on population at that hour.
Oh,
so if you were
it's not
to try
set for a week,
yeah, it makes me wonder if you go to transfer at a peak hour for that server and the server is very high rather than just high, are you going to end up paying 800 gems more to transfer?
Gotcha.
So it goes by people logged on at that moment.
Go at 10
That's what I
a.m.
don't
on
know.
a Tuesday. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's something if they set that at a certain time based on the peak hours and it's that amount all day and all night, or if it is based on the time of day. The latter seems really, really dumb.
Well, I love the concept of doing it by population because it encourages people to train. If you're gonna say you're in a desperate situation, you just for whatever community reason, you're no, I have to get off the server. You're gonna go to the medium server, so it's gonna naturally filter people to those servers that need population.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that side, but I hope that those rates for those servers are based off of a peak hour poll and then set that way for a week or 2 weeks and then checked again to see what the peak population is or something and then adjusted because to have
an average population. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. To have it vary based on when you're trying to transfer would be really dumb. So.
Yeah.
Don't know though for sure, but check it out if you are looking to transfer. You might want to look into the different hours of the day and see if that changes at all for you before you pay the money. So,
money.
I could use money.
Want to move on to guild news, or we're
sure hit it? I've got nothing else for the server. But what's up with the guild news?
Tonight, instead of dungeons, there's a guild meeting, but we're missing it because we're podcasting at the exact same time. But that's okay. We can make it tomorrow. They're having another one, pretty much a duplication of tonight because they tend to have 2 guild meetings because obviously you can't hit everybody no matter what you do, but they try and make it so that everybody can get to at least one. And there's also Death Darts about an hour before the guild meeting tomorrow at 2 Central.
But if you're listening to this and missed all that, then you screwed up. You should be looking at the forums.
Because, I don't know if I'll get it edited that quick. And there's a Raw Explorable on Sunday. We're going to be doing some WWing Sunday as well. So a Raw is around 1, and the WV-Dub is around 7. And then we're going to have a weekly Fractals night on Monday, a map completion on Wednesday, and another dungeon night on Thursday and Friday next week. So and there's going to be a PvP event on next Saturday because I probably won't get it, next Friday's show edited in time. So, wow. And that's all we really got for guild news. There's probably a lot of things being announced at the guild meeting we're missing. So, you'll probably check that out in a 14.1 to come out.
Yeah.
And let's see. I checked iTunes earlier this morning. I didn't see anything. Did you?
No,
I got one piece of feedback though.
You did?
Yeah.
About the show?
Yeah. This is from.
He thinks that's so funny.
I do. What do you mean? I'm just stuff coming across the wire. This is from Zolika. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But hey, love the podcast. It makes my morning drive go by a little quicker and is always good for a few laughs, which is awesome because I suck at mornings. I want to provide you this link to assist with your woeful knowledge of what the status of WEW, though. And then he links the website that I believe we talked about last week that we were referencing, the North American rankings, which I've actually been kind of keeping an eye on this week because I think Slurms, you showed it to me last week. So I was able to see that we were on pace to move up to tier 1. Then he says, keep casting and drinking, not necessarily in that order. Thanks.
Cool.
Where'd you get
come
that
from?
That came from the Libsyn boards.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's Libsyn boards?
Well, just a comment board. Comment page on the podcast.
We had a comment.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Didn't.
As me and Zelly are currently logging into the Ellipsis device. There was one back on episode 10. Just says airplane reference instantly epic.
I knew something you sacks of shit didn't know.
We got
There's a couple
comments on 11 too.
For gold farming.
Oh, we should. How do we edit these?
Or one's for Gucci bags and one's for WoW Gold.
Oh,
I just happened to check it.
why'd you check it?
Because I take pride in what I do.
Things.
Wow, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zulika. But wow, thanks, Dust
Gold.
Melt, for the airplane reference instantly epic comment. That's awesome. We have
Catch that.
comments. I feel bad now. We've
The
had
person has no
comments.
recollection of doing that so long ago.
They were so drunk when they said that.
Good night, everybody.
Ravenkin is a casual Guild Wars 2 guild fighting for Sanctum of Raw. The views expressed in this podcast are the personal and official views of the specific RK members in the podcast. Our views should not be misrepresented as the official views of anyone or anything else. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to info.ravenkin@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at ravenkin.enjin.com.
Oh yeah, this is Wolfear representing Ravenkin on Sanctum of Raw, y'all. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, with my coffee and Baileys. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, with my coffee and Baileys. Saturday morning, got my coffee, got my Baileys. Logging into Guild Wars 2 to do my daily from node to node. I need gatherings, 20 orichalcum tools in my bag. I got plenty, there's an ancient sapling just over yonder. Methods to evade the riz, and I will ponder. Drops my speed boon. I use my stealth, morning wood in my bag with full health. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, with my coffee and Baileys. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, with my coffee and Baileys. Hit the Borderlands for 5 events. Killer sentry cap I can't flip, I'll prevent. Trouble brewing at Heroes Lodge. My Mesmer leaves a clone every time that I dodge. 60 total kills is what I desire. My Angie's flamethrower is spitting fire. Now I need 15 kill variety. I'll just kill every moving object that I see. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, got my coffee and Baileys. Doing my daily. Oh yeah, got my coffee and Baileys. Representing Ravenkin on Sanctum of Raw, y'all.